1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says the government is taking priority measures to promote industries meant for value-added exports. The Foreign Minister has said India is backing terrorists in Pakistan and acting as a spoiler in the Afghan peace process. The Director General ISPR says India is creating instability in Pakistan by backing banned terrorist organizations and committing ceasefire violations along the line of control. The Turkish Foreign Minister will arrive in Islamabad tomorrow on a 3-day official visit to Pakistan. In India, the Supreme Court has criticized the government for failing to break the deadlock with farmers protesting against controversial agriculture laws. In the United States, lawmakers are expected to bring up a resolution to declare President Donald Trump unfit for the office over his role in last week's storming of the Congress. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Imran Khan says the government is taking priority measures to promote industries meant for value-added exports. Talking to a delegation of Pakistan Tanners Association in Islamabad today, he assured that the government is ready to extend all possible cooperation to run the leather industry at its full capacity. He said the industrial wheel is moving swiftly due to the government's positive economic and business-friendly policies, and this is reflected by the positive economic indicators. During the meeting, the Prime Minister was apprised of the growing demand of Pakistani leather globally and its high quality and low cost. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has urged the business community to take steps for financial inclusion of differently abled people by providing them jobs according to their skills and talents. Talking to a delegation of traders in Islamabad today, he said the government is taking steps to provide traders a business-friendly environment. The President said the government has provided a financial stimulus package of over 1.2 trillion rupees to support the business community and the poor. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says India is posing a serious threat to the region's peace by supporting terrorist activities in Pakistan. In a statement, he called upon the international community to take notice of India's constant attempts to undermine peace in the region. The Foreign Minister said India is also playing the role of a spoiler in the Afghan peace process, as it does not want peace and stability to prevail. He said Pakistan is determined to fight India's nefarious designs by highlighting these at the diplomatic front to protect the country's interests. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan has made contacts with friendly countries at the platform of the United Nations and the UN Security Council level in this regard. The Director General Inter-Services Public Relations Major General Babar Iftikhar says India is involved in promoting anti-Pakistan agenda in 6 domains, including abetting terrorism, targeting the economy, using diplomacy, fomenting chaos, Kashmir and social issues. Addressing a news conference in Rawalpindi today, he said the European Union Disinfo Lab has revealed that New Delhi's planned propaganda against Pakistan is being carried out on the behest of the state of India. He said the Indian aggression in Kashmir was cleverly kept in hiding from the international watch, while an unfounded propaganda was unleashed in favor of revocation of Article 370. He said the European Union parliamentarians were invited to visit the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir in personal capacity, but they were portrayed as European Union representatives. Regarding social issues, Babar Iftikhar said false propaganda was launched through European Union chronicles on minorities and women issues. Anti-Pakistan resolutions were moved in the European parliaments to tarnish Pakistan's image in all these areas. He said the European Union Disinfolab report viewed this anti-Pakistan campaign at number 6 on the scale of 1 to 6, which is the highest level of disinformation spread by India. The Director General ISPR said India has been creating instability in Pakistan by backing banned terrorist organizations besides committing ceasefire violations along the line of control. Talking about steps taken along the western border, he said socio-economic development projects have been launched in the area. He said coordinated measures have been taken to secure Pakistan, Afghanistan and Pak-Iran border. The Minister for Communications, Murad Saeed, has requested the National Assembly Speaker and the Senate Chairman to convene a special session of the Parliament to formulate a comprehensive strategy to deal with the nefarious Indian designs. The Minister, in a letter, said the Modi-led Indian government is using all its resources to destabilize Pakistan. This is Radio Pakistan. The Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Cavusoglu is arriving in Islamabad tomorrow on a 3-day official visit to Pakistan along with a delegation. According to the Foreign Office, the Turkish Foreign Minister will hold bilateral talks with his Pakistani counterpart Shah Mahmood Qureshi and call on the Prime Minister and the President during the visit. The two foreign ministers will review the entire gamut of bilateral relations and exchange views on regional and international issues. The Turkish foreign minister's visit to Pakistan is part of the regular high-level exchanges between the two countries. This will be his third visit during the last 2.5 years. The fraternal relations between Pakistan and Turkey are deeply embedded in common faith, culture and history and underpinned by exceptional mutual trust and respect. An Afghan delegation led by the leader of Hizb-e-Wahdat-e-Islami, Ustad Karim Khalili, is arriving in Islamabad today on a 3-day visit to Pakistan. The Foreign Office in a statement said during the visit, Ustad Karim Khalili will call on Prime Minister Imran Khan and hold meetings with the Speaker of National Assembly, the Foreign Minister and other dignitaries. His visit is part of Pakistan's ongoing policy to reach out to political leadership in Afghanistan to forge common understanding on the Afghan peace process and deepen people-to-people linkages. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, General Secretary of the All Parties Hurriyat Conference Maulvi Bashir Ahmed has said the dark night of oppression imposed by India will end and the Kashmiris will see the dawn of freedom one day. According to Kashmiri Media Service, Maulvi Bashir Ahmed, while addressing party workers in Pulwama, said the Kashmiris have never submitted to the Indian machinations and will fight till the end. He urged the international community to increase its pressure on India to stop state terrorism in Kashmir and grant the people the opportunity to decide their political future through a plebiscite. In India, the Supreme Court has criticized the government for failing to break the deadlock with farmers protesting against controversial laws for the agriculture sector. During a hearing, the Chief Justice Sharad Arvind Bobde remarked that we are extremely disappointed at the way the government is handling the farmers' protest. He said the drawn-out confrontation is causing distress among the farmers. The top judge suggested that the government should pause the legislation to address the farmers' concerns and said the court would pass orders if the two sides remained at an impasse. In the United States, lawmakers are expected to bring up a resolution asking Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment to declare President Donald Trump unfit for the office over his role in last week's storming of the Congress. U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has stepped up the pressure on Vice President Mike Pence to act to remove Donald Trump from the office. If the Vice President refuses to act, the House will hold a vote to impeach Donald Trump. And finally, the weather. Cold and dry weather is likely to prevail over most parts of the country, whereas very cold conditions are likely in Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and North Balochistan. Dense fog is likely in the plain areas of the Punjab. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.